All right, the CarolinaPreps.com spring football tour continues in Kernersville, North Carolina. East Forsyth High School coach Todd Willert. Coach, you lead a perennial power. You're always in the state championship hunt year in, year out. You had realignment this upcoming year, so it's no longer the traditional 1A through 4A. Things have been broken down. You guys have fallen into the 7A class, which I guess is pretty much the same as the small 4A that we had back in the day. But
Yep.
how do you feel about the spring, moving into spring, and getting these guys ready for this upcoming season?
Yeah, so far we've done a little bit. We've had a practice or two in. The weather's been kind of holding us back a little bit, but we're ready to get going. Spring ball stuff, get going and see. We're going to have a lot of new faces, so kind of see what they're ready to do, and it's their time to step up. But I feel really good what we got coming.
You mentioned new faces. You graduated some dogs, I guess, a good way of putting it. A lot of good guys. But I look at these championship banners in here, and how long I've been following you in your career for the past 20 years or so. You always seem like you reload. You just always have good guys coming in. Who may be some of those new, fresh faces that maybe the average guy just ain't familiar with yet?
Yeah, we graduated a lot. We still have people like Jai Richburg, our wide receiver, Dom, one of our free safeties, Dom Shaboy. So we still got a lot of that there. Offensive line wise, I think we're going to be really, really good there. I think that's what makes us so good is our O-line and D-line. We got Isaiah Edwards back, who was injured last year, so I think he'll make a big difference for us. I think people are going to find him out right away. O-line wise, I really feel Steven Stevenson and JB Shabazz will really set the tone for us. And I just feel if you're good up front, both offensively and defensively, you have a chance. I think that's where we'll be.
I mentioned the realignment, a little bit of a different look in your conferences, Goins, Davie, I think you pick up Northwest Guilford. So it's a little bit of a different look, though it's still kind of the same CPC. You got West Forsyth, you got Reagan, who I think could be a pretty good team. And you've just got a super aggressive schedule as well. I mean, you guys are not doing yourselves any favors going out and playing teams like Grimsley and Mooresville and some other powers. How do you feel that schedule and that tough schedule will prepare you for the CPC?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We try to have tough scrimmages. We had Grimsley, we scrimmaged them last year. Now we've added them to the regular season schedule. You play someone like Mooresville, who we played in the playoff. You try to add all these teams just to get ready. We want to play the best because we want to be playing the best at the end of the year. And I don't think if you don't play the best during the regular season, you're not going to make it very far in the playoffs. So we got a great schedule. It'll be very interesting, especially early on. We'll know where we're sitting right away within the first 4 weeks of our schedule.
I don't know if you know this, maybe you do, but you're sitting at 198 wins, and that's in just right shy at or right at almost 20 years, not quite. I mean, that's been a phenomenal run, averaging pretty much right at 10 a game, 10 a year. What do you think is kind of the keys, or maybe just some of the secrets to your success? I mean, I've seen you, I've been around you, I've seen your work ethic and the kind of work you do, but maybe to the average fan out there somewhere in North Carolina that's not familiar with you or this East Forsyth program, what do you think it is that helps you sustain this program?
Well, I think the biggest thing are my assistant coaches. A lot of my assistant coaches have been with me for a long time. A lot of my assistant coaches now used to play for us, so they understand the program. And one of probably the biggest mainstays, and a lot of people, is Coach Stu. James Studevant has been with me since day one. He makes a big difference for us because the program just kind of works itself. It just keeps rolling. Alan Placer, our AD, used to coach for me. He is now our AD. So I think when you have a steady coaching staff, you don't have high turnover, I think that tradition you have just keeps on going because nobody knows any different. I think you see that in a lot of the good programs.
All right. Well, Coach, I appreciate you allowing me to stop by, talk a little football, kind of ramping up to the spring workouts and obviously gearing up to the 2025 season. But I always appreciate your hospitality and just letting me come by and talk some football with you.
Well, it's great to have you back, man. I'm excited to have you back and have your website back up, which is probably one of the best that I've ever seen. So people need to check out that website because it's all the records you have, all the history. You know, us old coaches love that stuff. So we appreciate everything you do, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.